here in Makhanda to check out what's happening at the National Arts Festival. And I can tell you that those who have attended were spoiled for choice. There was arts and crafts and theatre and everything, some odds and sods, stalls for those who love food and everything in between. And it's been a very interesting week, as you said, Pearl, with a magician being shot and also a partial roof of the monument here at the National Arts Festival also blowing off. But to unravel all of this for us and wrap up the week for us, I do have the CEO of the Arts Festival, Tony Lancaster, and he's going to be chatting to us about the attendance this year and also much, much more. Tony, first and foremost, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Live. It's been a great week, 11 days of crazy, 11 days of fun, but also 11 days of arts and crafts. Let's just talk about the attendance at the 2019 National Arts Festival. How has it been?
We've been really encouraged and heartened by seeing South Africans come out in their numbers to support the arts. You know, going into this festival, we knew that we were facing a tough economy. Obviously, there was a lot of narrative around Makhanda going into it, around water supply and so on, a lot of concern from people. So we were prepared for perhaps people to stay away or to think, we're going to give it a skip this year. We absolutely have not seen that happen. Our biggest indicator is bums on seats, and there have been lots of bums, lots of seats, and we're seeing a healthy crop of sold-out shows across the program. And it's really good to see South Africans come out and support the artists and support the work of the artists, particularly in the theatre sector. We've been really impressed by how theatre performances have done at this festival.
But also a lot of drama this week. I mean, we saw reports coming out of that magician being shot with a bow and arrow at the Fringe Festival. We also heard about the roof at the monument being blown off. Just take us through this. Were these quite some difficult challenges for the organisers of the festival?
Yeah. First of all, it wasn't the whole roof of the monument. It was a small piece of skylight that blew off. Fortunately, no one was hurt, and we've taken remedial action to make sure that it doesn't get any worse. As far as the magician's concerned, it's an accident. And when you stage a festival like this with 700 productions, clearly there are things that go wrong. In this particular case, fortunately he was very lucky, and there was no serious harm done. But for us, that's an opportunity to reflect on the incident and to look at our systems and what happened on the ground as it unfolded. Because obviously we can't anticipate everything that might go wrong, but we do have plans in place for when things do go wrong, and things always do go wrong. So we can stress test our systems in a situation like that, and in this particular case, we're very happy with how it turned out.
Okay. And then, Tony, looking in terms of the theatre and the artworks that were on display here, both nationally and internationally, what roped in most of the crowds?
Yeah, as I said, I think theatre has been a big draw card this year. Obviously, we've got the big music shows this weekend, Ladysmith Black Mambazo, Freshly Ground. We had the Springbok Nude Girls last night, and the night before we had Mafiki Zola. So we knew up front that those shows would all fill out, and people would come out and support them. But for me, it's the really interesting small theatre pieces and small music pieces that take place during the week, and that's one of the joys of the festival, that there's so much on offer that you can just sort of dip in and out of it and pick and see some really amazing special moments. Moments like the Kwantu Kwai in Grahamstown, and Nea Mutsatsi, who's an amazing violinist. She came to the festival for the first time as a child prodigy. She's still a prodigy. She's no longer a child, and she's an amazing violinist who performed the Dorothy Masuka songbook in the style of Vivaldi. So it's those kinds of special festival moments that I think stand out for me, because the journey of discovery that our visitors go on is not just about the big flashy things. They're great, they're part of the experience, but the real special moments come through when you go through this journey of discovery. I met a Mexican couple who for the last 13 years have been making this their pilgrimage every year to the festival. It's their annual holiday. They come to South Africa, attend the festival. They reckon they've seen about 600 shows over the years in their time coming here, which is more, I think, than just about most South Africans have seen over time. So it's great speaking to people like that, just speaking to them about how the festival has evolved and changed and impacted them, and been a constant draw card for them to keep coming back to South Africa and Makhanda.
So how many shows have we had on circuit this year?
The total program contains about 600 productions and just over 2,000 performances. If you were to try and watch all of them back to back, it would take you just over 6 months to see them all. So the biggest challenge our visitors have is when they come for 2 or 3 or 4 days, is to try and hand pick the best of those, or the things that they think they will like the most, to fill their days.
And Tony, obviously Makhanda has been in the news for all the wrong reasons. We had water woes here. There was also the big name change from Grahamstown to Makhanda. Was this any fear with regards to the National Arts Festival on the organizers' side? Did you think that this perhaps wouldn't, impact the festival at all?
The name change, certainly not. We are the National Arts Festival. People refer to us as the Grahamstown Festival. In time, they'll refer to us as the Makhanda Festival. So for me, that's a non-issue. As far as the water is concerned, since about November last year, we've been developing and putting plans in place. And from the outset, we've been saying that we have two priorities. One, make sure that our visitors are safe and comfortable. And two, make sure that our residents can go about their ordinary lives. And 9 days into the festival, I'm happy to say that both of those things have been achieved. So the water supply is maintaining. We're getting 13 megalitres a day of water, which is sufficient for what we're trying to do here. So obviously there are bigger infrastructural challenges that we'll need to address in the next couple of months and years as a city, but as far as the festival is concerned, we've been very happy with how the water's held out.
Today is the last day of the Arts Festival. For those that are watching back at home and want to come out to Makhanda, what is happening today?
Yeah. Well, we've got several hundred performances on our stages today, and this afternoon Lady Smith Black Mambazo are performing, this evening Freshly Ground, and we've got a wonderful showcase of Eastern Cape talent in a show called East Cape Divas on our big stage tonight. But then, as I said, there's hundreds of little performances all over town, from magicians without crossbows to theatre, to dance, to jazz, to film. There's just so much going on, and a lot of day visitors come through to Makhanda from Port Elizabeth, East London, King Williamstown, and it's great to see them come and just enjoy a day of the arts.
Thank you so much, Tony. Well, it was Tony Lancaster, the CEO of the National Arts Festival, encouraging you back at home to make your way down to Makhanda for the last day. You would know that it's been 11 days of amazing at the National Arts Festival, with different arts and crafts and theatre on display for all loved or arts lovers. It's back to you in studio.
All right, Jayed-Leigh, thank you so much for your time. We'll certainly touch base with you throughout the day as the festival wraps up. That was our reporter, Jayed-Leigh Paulse, speaking to us live from Makhanda as the National Arts Festival, the 11-day National Arts Festival, comes to a close today.